All right, so here it is. My Canon M5 used as a webcam. This is great. Look at the quality on this thing. It's like, boom. It looks so cinematic. I love it. I actually love it. And the good thing about this camera is that most cameras, they go on standby after 15 minutes or 10 minutes or so. This one takes about 30 minutes to go on standby mode. And I wish I knew how to deactivate that. So if anyone watching knows how to do that on the Canon M5, I would appreciate it. How to deactivate the standby mode on the camera. But this is great quality. Oh my goodness. I am so in love with this thing. And because it's so clear, it's so crisp. And you replace, you really can't replace mirrorless cameras. You can't. The quality is not the same. It's not going to be the same whether you use a phone, you use a regular webcam that has autofocus or other features. It's just not the same on a mirrorless camera. And I wanted to point out that, even though this camera is it's old, all right, it's still good in 2026. It is still good for everything. Video, the quality is amazing, as you can see. And photos, oh my goodness. And pair this camera up with vintage lenses. Oh my goodness. I have tons of them. And the good thing about vintage lenses is they're so cheap. They are so cheap, and the quality is it's just undescribable. It doesn't look like the modern lenses. The new modern lenses, they look too, how do you say this? They just look fake. They don't look as good as the vintage lenses. The vintage lenses have this unique look you cannot replicate with the modern lenses. And I once I discovered it, I accidentally bought a vintage lens for my camera just to try it out, and I was so impressed. And then I say, okay, if this is what vintage lenses look like, I'm gonna keep buying some. And I did. I own, like, oh my goodness, 15 pairs of them. Maybe more. I lost track. But they're all different types. Every lens is unique. Oh my goodness. This is why I would never stop buying vintage lenses for my cameras, because they're all unique. They're all unique. They have their own characteristics. And so if you own an M5, a Canon M5 or a Canon M6, or even the Canon M, the Canon M1, the Canon M3, the Canon M2, 200, any of those, the Canon 100. I think it starts at M, then 100, 200, then Canon M3, M5, M6. Any of those, if you can get your hands on any of those, buy them. Especially the N5 has a more newer processor than the other older ones. That's why it looks so good. It has a Digix 7 processor, so it's not that old. It's gonna be really good. Dual pixel. Uh, oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. I'm considering. I have two already. I'm considering of buying another one because it's good when you're doing a podcast and you need three angles. You need one portrait of you, portrait of the other person, then you need a wider angle of both, right? And so I'm looking for another Canon M5 so I can do the wide angle look, because it's just I don't regret buying this camera, and I think I bought it out of curiosity. I was actually looking for the M6, right? And I found a deal that I couldn't refuse on Amazon. I saw the Canon M5 and the Canon M6, and both of them together, all right, the prices were right because I bought them for the price of one M6. That was unexpected. I saved them to my cart, and I kept comparing prices. I'm like, no, I'm not going to find this deal again. So I just hit, boom, buy now. So I bought it, and I was so impressed when I got them. And they're so well built. Like, they're like little professional cameras. And I say little because they're small. They fit in your pocket. And they're both touch screen, okay, if you're wondering, if you don't have one. I sort of like the screen that pops down, but only if your hand holding it, you know. I guess that was the intention they did with the Canon M5, but I'm getting used to it. And then the Canon M6 is reverse. It flips up. I also had the Canon M50, which the screen pops to the side. I'm sorry, but I got rid of it. I as good as the Canon M50 is, the screen popping to the side, that was a distraction, and I always caught myself recording and looking at that screen instead of the lens. With the Canon M5 and M6, since the lens, they're like either on top or on the bottom, even if you look at the screen, you still look like you're looking at the lens. So that made perfect sense for me, and I said, you know what, I don't think I'm ever gonna use the M50 for video anymore because of the fact that I catch myself looking at the screen while I'm recording, and I don't like that. But with the M6 and M5, even if I catch myself looking at the screens to make sure that I'm centered and everything's focused, it still looks like I'm looking at the lens. So I decided to just get rid of the Canon M50 because I had no use for it. And which is, the Canon M50 is mostly made for vlogging, for videos, and I had no use for it. I bought it for that, but because I kept catching myself looking at the screen, and then when I played it back, I can see myself looking instead of looking directly into the camera, I catch myself looking to the side. I don't like cameras like that. So I wouldn't buy any other camera that has a screen that pops to the side. I won't. I'm sorry. No matter how good they say the camera is. So I decided to get rid of it and stick to the M5 and M6, which are amazing. They're still amazing cameras. Yeah, they don't have 4K. I don't really care. Because look, this is not 4K, but look at how good quality this is, even at 1080p. This is, I mean, most platforms only let you upload or only let you stream live at the highest 1080p. They don't. You can't. You you really can't stream at 4K. It's just not right. It'll slow down your stream. So the options were 720p or 1080p. So and it looks great. Like right now, this is 1080p, right? And it looks fantastic, fantastic. I hope when it processes through YouTube, because they once you process it, you upload it to YouTube. I don't know, but the quality changes. Have you noticed that when you record a perfect, like, oh my god, it looks really good, and then you upload it, it just looks different. It looks a little less quality than what you actually recorded it in, and that's not fair. But anyways, even if you record in 4K, I mean, just know that platforms are gonna downscale your videos to 1080p or 720p. So it doesn't really matter if the camera is 4K. It really doesn't matter, because you're gonna lose quality once you upload it or stream it. But yeah, this is there we go. Here we go. I am so happy that I made this decision. Can you tell? Can you tell? And I'm not an expert at cinematic things, or I don't get into too much details in cameras. But the little bit that I know about cameras that I've learned is that it's good enough for me to decide, what's right for me. And listen, I have the Osmo Pocket 3 as well, okay? But I find myself not using it that much. I find myself using these cameras more, or even the webcams, because yeah, the Osmo Pocket 3 is amazing to take with you, record outside, and vlog, whatever. But if you're going to do things inside the house, I can just use my cameras and my mirrorless camera or my 4K webcam that are also amazing. But yeah, don't go out there spending so much on equipment. Equipment really doesn't matter that much. How new it is, you can you can actually succeed with the older versions that are cheaper and effective as well, very effective. So yeah, just wanted to make this little rant video about the Canon M5 that I'm currently using, and I wanted to show you something that I did today, because I'm starting to do things, recording outside, and I'm looking into doing podcasts outdoors and things like that. So I made this little rig. I'll have to disconnect the cables, because that way I can show you. I don't want them to get caught in. All right, so I'll unplug the mic, because I was currently using it, trying it out, and I think it's pretty cool how this is so portable. Look at this. I took a tripod, right, and I put my PodTrack P4, my Zoom PodTrack P4 on it, with the clamp, one of these clamps, and a cell phone holder, right? And it's amazing. And this is not a regular tripod. It's one of those that you use for the action cameras, which you can extend. And I put a cell phone holder on top with a ball head, right? So you can put your cell phone here. This holds that. Connect your headphones and your microphone, and you can take this with you. It's not even heavy, and place it anywhere, and it works. It actually works. So that's why it was all connected, because I had it. I was trying it out outside today, and this actually worked. So if you're looking for one of these, all right, this is amazing, guys. This has cell phone connection right here, or you can connect it USB-C to USB-C. So that's what I do. I connected the USB-C to the phone, and the other USB-C is for power, which I use a. Let me see. The cables are all tangled up. All right. Luckily, this cable's not that long. I use a battery bank, and I connect it to that, and it works perfectly. It doesn't drain it right away like most battery banks. Make sure that if you're buying a battery bank, you look at the wattage. That one I believe has 30,000 or 60,000 around there, but it lasts all day. So it powers basically a lot of things. Not a laptop because it doesn't have that much, but everything else. So it powers this, and this, anyways, you can put two AA batteries, but I don't use the AA batteries because it drains them quickly. All right, they don't last long. So if you connect a battery bank to this right here, you can use this all day, all freaking day. And it's so clear. And then you got Bluetooth connection or phone connection, which there's a little dongle that you can buy. It's $50, and you can have interviews over the phone or stream music in the background. So this is very, very effective. And everybody has a cell phone. Headphone, sorry. Right down here, everyone has a cell phone. I'm pointing the right. Okay, so there's 4 cell phone outputs, 4 microphone inputs, and one of these is multi. So you can either have 3 microphones, and this one can control this, and you'll hear it on the whole thing actually. But this has phantom power, regular mic, or USB. So it's awesome. Oh, this one, the second one, the third, also controls the cell phone, which is this one right here on the side. So it's very versatile, and everybody has a mute. If you want to mute them, when they're not talking. SD card slot. It takes the big ones, not the micro. But this is really, really effective rig. And that Zoom PodTrack P4, I have both the P8 and the P4. The P8 is the big mixer, but I keep it on my other PC. But the P4, and they are both portable. They both do the same batteries, or bank, whatever. But the P4, the PodTrack P4, is my favorite. It fits everywhere. So all this that you see right here fits in a tiny backpack that I have for it. I have 2 mics, 2 headphones, the wires for it, the holder, everything fits in my backpack, and it's so light. So you can actually podcast anywhere. And then if you want to bring your Canon M5, it fits right in there as well. Um, I normally use my phone when I'm outdoors, or the Osmo Pocket, But yeah, yeah. If you're looking to do things, something like that, podcasting outdoors, and don't worry, this thing has limiter. This thing has it blocks like surround sound noise. So if you're in a busy or noisy area, it will just you won't hear the noise. So it's amazing. This is worth the money, and I believe that right now is about 100 and something, and you know what? And I think I'm gonna buy another one. All right, so and that's pretty cool, and you can also connect it to the computer. So I sometimes I would use it. Well, yeah, more than sometimes. I would use it with my computer, but yeah, I hope you got something out of this, and give you an idea of something you can do, because and not don't fall for the hype, okay? Right now, the hype is the new Insta360 Ultra camera, and those are just hypes, okay? Don't fall for it. Just go spend $200 or maybe 300 on a Canon M5, and you're fine. You're good, and you can change the lenses. You can't do that with the Osmo Pocket. You can't do that with the Insta360 Ultra, or whatever new one is out there. You can't change and the image is not the same. Look at this 1080p, all right? But look at how good it looks. Who cares about 4K? All right? I'm starting to just not really care about 4K because people hype it up. They hype it up. But you know what? If you're just doing things for social media, 4K doesn't really matter because it's going to get reduced anyways. Who cares? So here we go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give me a thumbs up, and hey, comment. All right. I love interactions. I love people's ideas, because everyone has a good idea, and I love to hear people's opinions and what they're doing with their camera. What kind of camera do you have, and what kind of equipment do you have? What do you use it for? All right. So leave it in the comment. I want to know, because I'm interested. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye.